Since Norman mentioned this, let's also show the statements of Naftali Bennett. This is him during an interview with Sky News. Former Israeli Prime Minister.
And what about those Palestinians in hospital who are on life support, and babies and incubators whose life support and incubator will have to be turned off because the Israelis have cut the power to Gaza?
Are you seriously keep on asking me about Palestinian civilians? What's wrong with you? Have you not seen what happened? We're fighting Nazis. We don't target them. Now, the world can come and bring them anything they want. If you want to bring them electricity, I'm not going to feed electricity or water to my enemies. If anyone else wants, that's fine. We're not responsible for them.
This is the point.
But you
this
keep
is the
on.
point.
I want to tell you. No, listen. You listen to me right now. I've heard you enough.
No, I understand. We're trying to have a conversation here. Listen, this is my program. This is my show. And I am asking the questions. You're raising your voice, and I've asked you, and we've already stopped, please, and let me finish.
You should have just asked.
We've already distinguished between Hamas.
I want to tell you, shame on you.
You're trying to speak over me.
We are not. Shame on you.
It's nothing about shame. We're trying to have a conversation about a very serious situation here, and you are refusing to address it.
Jump over immediately. And again, you
absolutely not. You are incorrect.
They are responsible, because I can tell you that when the UK,
absolutely
when Great Britain was fighting the Nazis during World War II, no one asked what's going on in Dresden. It was the Nazis targeting London, and you targeted Dresden. So
listen,
shame on you if you go on with that false narrative.
We're not talking about that, and in hindsight, many people have listened. And in hindsight, many people have readdressed that kind of carpet bombing.
Oh, I see. Now you're Mr. Clean. Shame on you.
This guy is such a piece of shit. Shame on you. Shame on you. He cannot answer what they're doing to protect Palestinian civilians because they're doing nothing. They're doing nothing. That's why. That's why he won't respond.
Absolutely not. And I'm not. Listen, Mr. Bennett, I am not in the military. I am a journalist asking you questions. Are you going to let me ask you a question, or you continue shouting at me? We've already distinguished between Hamas and the Palestinians. I'm asking you very directly,
what do you want to ask?
Is going to be done to make sure that those innocent people don't get killed, as innocent Jewish people were killed on Saturday?
Well, we're going to target Hamas, and we're telling Hamas that if you use anyone as your human shield, and you're going to shoot at us using human shields, that it's their responsibility. Listen, mister, if someone is shooting at your children and hiding behind a human shield, will you shoot back or not? I'm asking you a question. Someone's shooting.
Okay, this is where you'd be like, well, if someone kidnapped my kid and put them in a building, would you want people to bomb that building indiscriminately? And the answer would be no. If you want to use the analogy of what would you do if you were your kid. And also, the fact is the guy won't say anything about what they're going to do to protect civilians, and that's why he gets angry, and he's trying to bamboozle this guy.
At your children, but hiding behind civilians. What's the answer?
He's so
What would you do?
Mr. Bennett, I'm not here to answer your questions. I've asked you your questions.
I wish I could have been in his...
I understand.
All right, we'll stop. We'll leave it there. Naftali Bennett.
Eradicate Hamas.
I wish I had been in his earpiece because I could have told him how to respond to that.
Katie, sorry to interject, but that guy was saying we're going to target Hamas, right?
Yeah.
I'm wondering then, how do you square that with cutting off all electricity, all water, all food, all
Brad, how dare you? Shame on you. Do they not have the right to defend themselves? I guess babies should be decapitated.
Yeah.
That's basically what their response is. And their response also is, remember, because we heard the Israeli president say this, which is, well, they voted these people in. So are they really civilians? And there's another clip that we played on Useful Idiots today where you hear an Israeli soldier literally correcting Abby Phillips on CNN saying, we're not at war with Hamas, we're at war with civilians.